vibes, I was positive surging. Cosmic potency emerges. Brain of eternal, hands on my time. Impossible prince can God watch you step in the mind. Soul triggers, power, holy divine righteousness. Combined with courage, love of essence. Don't let trauma bind and block your blessings. When you behind the veil, you hear the confession. Give you limitation, corruption, fear, deception. This the age of knowing, evolution, and resurrection. Welcome back to another episode of Talk That Crap. Welcome back, everybody. I'm just hoping everybody having a great day, great Thursday, powerful Thursday. Everything is coming through. There's some wonderful breakthroughs been happening this week, and today we're just going to talk. I labeled this episode, Let's Talk. A lot of things been happening in the news. A lot of things been happening in the financial markets. A lot of things been happening with the tariffs. A lot of things been happening with China. A lot of things been happening with AI. So there's a plethora of things that are happening right now. There are celestial things that are happening right now in the heavens. There are energetic moves that are happening within the spiritual body. There's a higher consciousness that's coming upon the planet right now. There's an age that's a surging right now that we are recognizing who we are from our divine space. We're tearing down a lot of those old ideas and platforms and what I gotta say? We're tearing down all of those old structures, those old functions, those old systems that no longer do us any good. I had a brain fart for a second. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about what are our best solutions to do. You know, if they already have a project 2025 that's already happening right now, and we're in the midst of that, they have a project 30, which means that's a 5-year run. So they already have that project, that agenda already in place. And they also have an agenda called 2053. If they have all of these agendas, they have all of these systems and priorities and ways that they want to create or shape this particular age that we're coming into, because that's what we are. We're in a new age. So they're looking to shape it in one particular form, yet it's an original, organic way that this whole transformation is coming down. And that's why a lot of people are waking up. They're realizing different aspects of their life, and they're realizing what they could do to be better. And that's what we are here talking about today, is we're going to talk about what we can do to take advantage of where we are right now and how can we do that and move forward. So the first thing that we're going to be talking about today, and honestly, is real near and dear to my heart, is investing. What are you investing in? Whether you're investing in your time, in yourself, whether you're investing in stock, whether you're investing in crypto, what are you investing in that will gain accumulation of assets and capital? Not to just, if you, let's just say you save. Saving is not investing. Saving is allow your bank to make money with your money. So that's what happens with your saving account. So if all you have is just a savings account, you have given the bank the opportunity to leverage their money with your money. With investing, you can leverage your money based upon your investment. Your investment, you buy low, hold on for 5 years, 10 years. A lot of wealth that has been acquired over time is because they held on to an asset, or they held on to particular, investments that it valued, appreciated. You was able to really see the growth of your investment. And that's what we have to get into, is the ability to invest and see the growth over time. A lot of times people want to get rich quick. And even those who have gotten rich quick, some have been able to maintain it and scale it. Some others have gotten rich and they've lost everything because they just happened to got rich. They didn't really have a mindset for it. So to have a mindset for investment is someone who understands consistency and understand how to utilize good assets. So you're looking for things that are intrinsic in this particular time, that no matter if it's good or bad, these things are still going to take place. So I had a brother say that one time a couple of years ago. He said, look at your life and invest upon how you live. So at the time, I had cable, so I invested in Spectrum. I sold that, and then I got into other aspects. Now is NVIDIA. There are some quantum wave. There are um, diversified. That's a dividends account. You want to get dividend kings or dividend aristocrats. These are dividend assets that has been acquiring a level of maturity and raising their level of profitability for all investments. For I think a um, dividend king or dividend kings have said that you actually have 25 years of the profits have continued to go up. Your percentage has continued to increase for 25 years. So you want to get into something that can give you an opportunity for you can see your money grow for the next 5 or 10 years. So investment is not just I put my money into something and I lost money. I put my money into something and I won some money. I appreciate it. I gained value in my initial investment. We have to understand. Let's just say you did a swing trade, and let's say the contract I did 2 contracts at $150 a piece, with the potential of profit at around about $5,000, right? So $300 roughly going to give me a potential to make $5,000. So let's say in that swing trade, it went well for me. Hey, I accumulated $5,000. I'm just giving you a scenario. And that $5,000, you would take 2,500 and you would invest it in something that will automatically bring you back profit. You want to acquire an asset, whether it's multiple assets. You want to acquire assets that's going to bring it back to you, and you can leave it there for the long haul. You take the other 2,500, and then you would actually look to either do some day trade, or if you know what you're looking at in technical analysis, you can do the swing trade. I like swing trade because it gives me more time to take my time. Day trading is something I'm really getting into. It's not something that I do all the time. I'll just be honest with you. I'm more of an investment for a long term. I have young grandkids. I have a grandchild that's not even born yet. So my goal for my investment is already at 20 years before I even think about doing anything else. My investment is going to be for 20 years. So I have a 20-year vision when it comes to just initial investment. And as things grow, of course, things change because I teach my kids about it. I teach my grandkids about it. And that's how we can get into it. Crypto is another way that you can invest and leverage yourself. Let's not forget that in this time that we're in, you have a lot of states, you have countries, you have banks that are using Bitcoin and XRB as far as their reserve. And what they're saying is they're banking on what they're acquiring, what they're accumulating in assets, that's going to appreciate so much that they're going to be able to do business in a big way. So you should be thinking the same way. Some of these assets right now are at a very, very good price. And I hear people tell me, well, I wouldn't buy no crypto. I wouldn't buy no crypto. That's a scam. Okay, it's a scam. Don't buy no crypto. I ain't talking to you. Those who understand that where we are right now when it comes to AI and crypto and blockchain technology, come on, you got to be crazy. I'm not telling you to put the whole farm in. I'm not telling you to put your whole bank account. If you got $10,000 in the bank, you got $20,000 in the bank, take half, invest half in crypto. You invest half in dividend stocks. You have stocks like NVIDIA, quantum computing, quantum chips. You're looking for things that are intrinsic when it comes to your investment, your assets, the things that you're looking to acquire. Is the business, what are their roadmap? What are their plans? What are they developing? How are they looking to utilize this in an everyday basis? Is it going to be something going to be utilized to common people? Is it something more structured to business? Like, what are your assets? What does that look like when you're investing? Not just say, oh, I'm investing and I put $20 over here. Put $20 over there every week and allow your investment to slowly but surely accumulate. And as your assets accumulate, you will see your capital grow as well. So there's a lot of things and a lot of ways we can go about investment. And just let's just not forget and understand how to utilize all avenues of wealth. The fiat dollar is not even making it. They don't even a lot of countries right now don't even take the US dollar. So the US dollar is already falling. So it's back to the land, it's back to the gold. It's back to the land, back to the gold. Purchase land, buy you some gold, buy you some silver, buy you some gold, buy you some silver, invest. Invest in yourself. And let's just say you know nothing about investing. Nothing. There's a great book called Trading Zone, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember the author off the top, so don't let me tell you the untruth. But you can just go and type in the Amazon Trading Zone, pick up that book, and it gives you a good structure, a mindset of how you approach investing and trading. So then that you may be able to see certain fears because, I was having a conversation with a lady that in her 60s, probably about 2, 3 weeks ago. And she said that they make investments so scary. She said, everything is red, everything is down. I said, this is the perfect time to invest when everything is red, everything is down. You don't want to invest in something when everything is at its all-time high, ATH. You never want to invest with something that is at its all-time high. If it's at its all-time high, wait, be patient because it's going to be a pullback. It's going to be a time where your assets is going to drop in price, whether it's Bitcoin, Nvidia, Google, Tesla, no matter what investment that you pick up, it is going to have a pullback. That's just part of the world that we live in. It's going to have its ups and downs in this particular market. So don't allow what people tell you. Learn for yourself. It's okay to listen to people, get inside some communities that really is all about investment, all about understanding technical analysis, understanding your candlesticks, understanding where you should really step in and start to make your investments at. So then that again, you're talking about a 20-25 year plan for investment. We're not talking about something that you're going to do to get rich today. Now, again, if you have the capital and you're day trading, you still have to understand technical analysis because if you don't, you can have a lot of money and in a blink of an eye, you got no money. So no matter what you're doing, there's going to be some ups and downs. There's going to be some ebb and flows in this. So that's why investing is something that you want to be consistent about. And some people say, well, I don't have a lot of money for investment. I said, take something that you love to do, whether it is eating out, eating lunch every day. If you eat out every day, take that day away and take whatever money that you would, that one meal, just that one lunch, take something from home, go on a fast and say, hey, you know what? For the next week, all the money I would have spent eating out, just that one time, just that one time. So let's say your average meal today has got to be at least $10 or $15 if you're eating out. You know what I'm saying? And that's on a solo if you're single. If you're going out with someone, of course, that costs a little bit more. So let's just say you on your lunch break, you're grabbing something quick to eat, and it's going to cost you about $15. Well, if you take that same $15 and you actually invest it dollar cost average DCA, and you actually do that all week, just that one time, you'll look at what you're able to actually invest in and say, hey, you know what? If I avoid eating out one time a day, which is going to be better for me because I'm not eating outside food and you can eat some fruits and vegetables, do a juice, do a smoothie, you know what I'm saying? Do something that's going to enhance your body. At the same time, you're actually investing in yourself. So you're investing yourself in the health wise and you're investing yourself in the capital, in your assets. So the biggest thing that you can do today is invest in yourself. Like if you're not really giving time to yourself, to your mind, to your spirit, to your body, to healing of your mind, do you know what traumas you're actually dealing with? Are you investing time to really understand how to rid yourself of those old habits that once left you in a cage? We're talking about investing. Investing is just not about money. Do you invest time in your health? Do you exercise? Do you walk? Do you run? Do you go to the gym? Like, do you squat? What do you do? Do you tai chi? Do you meditate? Do you yoga? Like, what investing are you giving to yourself that you are getting the fulfillment of your investment? And again, we're talking about something that happens over time. What you're seeing now, what you're hearing now is something that I've invested in myself over time. And I don't look to tell nobody, oh, you should see all the things that I'm doing online. And nah, my investment is quiet, slow, and steady. I don't need to tell nobody what I'm investing in. I don't need to tell you how much shares I got. It doesn't matter. You do your investment and I'll do mine. Because again, everybody hollering for receipts. Well, I'm not here to show you anything. I'm only here to share with you what's capable, what's out there, the opportunity that you have for yourself. And this is the best time you can invest on your phone. You can get apps, Robinhood, you can get apps, Webull, you can get what is the other one? It's about three or four really good apps. It's gonna come back to me in a minute. I'm gonna keep talking. It'll come back to me. Moo. And it's another one. It's another one that I know that I took a look at. I use Webull. That's what I use right now, and I'm looking at open a Moo. So those are two. And again, I'm a little fidgety. I like to have control over my own investment. So I have a difficult time allowing somebody else to invest for me when I can do the same technical analysis and I can actually look into companies that I see fit that's best for my life, for my family's life, for the legacy and why I'm doing what I'm doing. So investing is the most powerful thing that you can do that will leverage yourself and your assets over time. And that's what this is all about. This is about leaving a legacy. This is about accumulation and building security for your family. So to understand your investment is to understand how you're going to be able to do something long term. And I've heard many people have different strategies. My strategy is simple. I have a 25-year plan. And along that, there's a certain core of investments that I invest in. And there are what I call options. And those are things that I do. There are dividends account that I deal with and I acquire them slowly but surely. And that's what my strategy is. My strategy is not to get on here and tell you I'm some type of guru. I am learning different type of strategies right now myself. I didn't come from a place of understanding the stock market. I didn't come from people telling me how to invest, and investment was the greatest thing that you can do for your life at 20 years old. Just imagine if you're 20 years old right now, if you're 20 years old right now, and you invest $300 a month in, let's just say, a dividend account, something like waste management, and anything that has dividend kings or dividend aristocrat. Those two things that you want to take a look at when it comes to dividends, because now you're dealing with companies that has profit, their profit sharing has increased for over a certain amount of time. So that's what makes a good dividend is you actually looking at a company that you actually see the profitability, I say profitability of that company has increased over a certain amount of time. That's a dividend company that you really want to go with. That's the asset you want to go with. And you just slowly but surely just purchase that. If it's only $10 a week, purchase $10 a week till you're going to purchase 20. Purchase 20 till you're going to purchase 50. Purchase 50 till you can do 100. Purchase 100 till you can do 500. And you want to continue to scale your investment. So the more that you scale, and again, we're doing this over time. We're not doing this to get online and show someone how much money that you got inside of your investment. Be silent. The wealthiest people in the world do not show their portfolio. People that want to show their portfolio is a reason why they want to show their portfolio. They want to show off. That's cool. They say show the receipts. That's cool. And some people have an account that they use that they allow the public to see. And then, of course, you know that they have their own personal portfolio that they utilize for themselves because they're not going to allow the public to see everything inside of their portfolio. That just be crazy. It's just crazy. Same thing when it comes to crypto. You can acquire assets right on your phone. You can get apps like um, you can acquire Bitcoin right from Cash App. You have I'm having a brain fart today when it comes to my crypto. Uh, all it's just so many different wallets. The Rabbit wallet, which you online. There is the Clever wallet, of course. There is the Trust wallet. Trust wallet and the Clever wallet, both I have. I have a gem and I have the Rabbit. And MetaMask is where I hold my NFTs and certain other aspects in. So it just depends on what you're doing. You're able to do that right from your phone. Of course, if you want to get it on your computer, you can do that as well. You just, put it, download it upon your computer, and you begin to do business. The world is changing right now, and we're talking about life changes. With all these things are happening right now with the inflation, and inflation is constantly going up. So we have to invest and create things that we're able to keep up and not keep up with the Jones, just keep up with livelihood. You have to go back to your divine source of understanding that, hey, you know what? I don't have to acquire, I don't have to have Gucci and Prada in order for me to say, life is good. You can take that same money that you're spending on those products and you can actually invest within yourself. I know some people that when they purchase a pocketbook, let's say they purchase a Gucci pocketbook, they say they always go back and she always get the wallet as well. So you come out and buying a pocketbook and she may spend $900 for a pocketbook and a wallet. Yet when it comes to investing, that's something she's afraid of, or I have no desire to do that. I got my money in the bank. I like to see my money in the bank. So we have to get over these structures, and I'm gonna say infrastructure that we have, and we believe that that's where we are. See, in these life changes, we have to understand that we are becoming something greater. We are becoming something more, and we have to understand too what that means for us in life changes. You having a crappy job, you don't like the job you at, that's fine. That's your spirit showing you it's time for you to evolve and get into the thing that you love. You having a crappy relationship, get out of that relationship, deal with your trauma, deal with the triggers, deal with the healing. If you need to go to therapy, go to therapy. Whatever it takes for you to come to an understanding that where you are right now requires change. Life is changing whether we are ready for it or not. Seasons change whether we are ready for them or not. That's the same thing as life happens. We lose loved ones whether we are ready for them or not. And I know for myself, when you lose a loved one, your life changes immediately. All of those are aspects of change. And you must see it in yourself to understand what type of life changes are you making for yourself. What are you doing for yourself? How much time are you investing in what your life changes are? Do you invest in your life changes? Are you learning a new skill that allow you to participate in this new age in where we're at, this technological age and where we're at? Are you actually investing in? Are you taking the time to learn different avenues of how to create income, to be of service to some? The thing about most people want to create a product real fast. And I'm gonna say this about entrepreneurs. It's one thing about creating a product, It's another thing about creating a product out of service. Like what you're creating, let it be of something of service. Let it something that can be beneficial to others, whether it's health wise, whether it's spiritual, whether it's mental, whether it's emotionally, whether it's financial, whether it's understanding how to be a better parent, understanding, whether it's to be a better person, to understand that I have bad habits. Some people don't even know, and they're changing of life. They don't even realize they make their life so difficult. They don't even understand the habits that they have. They make life so hard because when life is looking to change, they want to hold on to those same habits. And that's not how life goes. That we get older every year and the seasons change every year. The year goes up, down, sideways. We don't know what year we in, so let me leave that alone. Life changes. What are you finding your purpose that you love? That no matter what's going on in your life, I will fulfill this purpose because it's just a passion. And in that passion, your life changes. My life changed simply because in moments of dealing with depression, in moments of dealing with suicidal thoughts, in moments of having a gun pointed at my head saying, if I blow my brains out right now, it'll be better for everybody else because it'll be better off. I'll be gone, nobody to deal with. And my spirit said, what about your daughter? I said, what about my daughter? They'd be better off with me. Now, again, we're talking 20 years ago, 25 years ago. I was young. I was angry. I was confused. I went through the point of healing. Life changes when you heal. When you're in a depressed state, how do you heal? You let go. You detach. A lot of times people have a difficulty detaching from the thing that causes them pain. And I'm always at a place of compassion for those who hold on to something so tight that's causing them pain. When the simplest thing you can do is release it and your life changes. Your life changes when you release the pain that you hold on to. Your life changes when you're able to address the trauma that actually triggers you in life, that causes you to react in ways in areas of life that you didn't even know that was even there. Life changes when you understand love at a heightened degree and it's not all about manipulation, control, and sex and power. Life changes when you understand family and community. I heard Dr. Claude Anderson said years ago, he said, there are very few communities, but there are a lot of neighborhoods. And at first, as he was talking, I had to listen a little bit closely. And then he said, communities are where you build with each other, that the dollar circulates inside of that community, that businesses and services thrive within that community. Everything happens within that community. You have a pharmacy, a doctor in that community. You have a library in that community. You have, a grocery store in that community. You have places where people can come and understand what that community means. And then he said you have a whole bunch of neighborhoods. And a whole bunch of neighborhoods ain't you take your money, you go spend it elsewhere. And then your community turns into neighborhood. He said neighborhoods are like war zones. And I had to sit and think with that and say, man, how powerful life would change when we recognize our communities again. Because I grew up in an era that in my community, I could go to anybody's house and eat. I could go to anybody's house and eat. I could have leave my door open and say, hey, I'm going to the store, watch the house for me. Hey, I'm no nobody wants to be with nobody. I live by neighbors right now, and all we do is wave. And when I actually approach them to actually speak and have a conversation, they shun me off really quick. So life changes when we understand that we still are one. We still are a community, whether we want to address it or not. We still are neighbors, and we still are divine beings that understand in this transition that which we're on. Life changes when you understand You could put 3 or 4 or 5 people that have the same goals as you, the same passion as you, the same drive as you, and you can create a business, a service, a company. You can create anything. What life would change with that? Life changes when you understand how and what you're teaching your children, not to allow the school system to teach your child and let that be the only aspect of teaching. There's so much more that our schools do not teach, which our children should know. You know, if the average kid that graduate today, they don't understand budgeting or finances. They know how to get paid and they know how to spend money. They don't know how to budget. They don't know how to take a part of their savings and invest. And if you want to have liquid cash, yeah, keep some liquid cash because life changes when you're able to do that. But we're just talking about areas of life where we can become better as a whole, where we understand that there's something so great happening right now within us. And we got to look at this financial time. You know, think how powerful this is. At one time, you had to have a broker in order for you to invest. You had to pay somebody in order for you to invest your own money. At one time. Now you don't have to do that. Right now, you have the capability with your bank account and a Webull, a Moo, a Robin Hood. You can have one of these aspects, and you can just start. You can start investing, and then look back 5 years from now. Don't look back in 6 months. Look back 5 years. Invest for 5 years, and see what life changes for you. Think about the mindset that you're going to have 5 years strong in investment. Think about how that's going to change your life. Think about how life changes when you add personal development to your life. When you educate yourself based upon the purpose that you came here for, how that life changes for you. When you take care of your body, you take care health wise, you exercise, you get your mind right. How your life changes with that. Life is changing with us whether we are ready or not. Because again, when it happens in life, we're not able to say, well, I don't want this to change right now. When they do their presidential election, life changes every 4 years based upon who in office. Life changes every 4 years. And for some, life doesn't change that dramatically because if you're a lobbyist, your life is actually going to get better because you understanding your investment that you made as a lobbyist, and that because of that, this particular presidential format or what they call it, I don't know what they call them people, all the Trump and them over there, whether it's Barack Obama, whether it's the what they call them, the father and son, the Bushes, you know, all those people, every time they put a new president in office, life changes. And this is the best time for life to change with us. And I'll say this one other thing about investing. Do you understand that most of your politicians are investing and they have put people in jail for what they call inside trading? Yet some of these same people that understand what that is in Congress, Senate, all of those different aspects of government, congressmen, mayors, they all now have to show their receipts as far as what they're investing in. So if you really want to know, look up your local politician and look at their investments, and then you should invest the same thing. So that's one of the cheat sheets that I use is to go in and look at what some of the politicians that are right there by Trump, the politicians that are right there beside any organization or lobbyists that paid a lot of money for Trump and they invested heavy for Trump. Go look at what they're investing in. And you can actually see it's a whole list. They'll tell you if they're buying, they'll tell you if they're selling. So right now it's the greatest time for life changes because life is changing whether we are ready for it or not. The best thing that you can do is to prepare yourself for life changes. And they say, well, how do I prepare myself for life changes? What did you come to do? What is the purpose that you came to fulfill? What is the passion that burns at your heart, that consumes your mind with the fulfillment of it? Where's your passion? And does your passion and your habits go hand in hand? Because if you got a passion and got bad habits, you got good hope. Now, again, when you fulfilling your purpose, it may take you years. You know, you may see someone that starts something and they have a level of success very quickly. Well, they may have a short dream. If you have a big dream, it may take a little bit of time for the cosmos to align all the people, all the situations, all the circumstances, all the lessons, all the things that you have to go through in order for you to understand why is this so impactful for right now for your life to change. And that's what we're going through right now. We're understanding that this is the most pivotal and powerful moment for your life to change. You, the person who listening right now, I know that whenever you hear this, you're going to understand, what am I changing in my life? It's not only going to enhance my life, but it's going to give me a love and a fulfillment. It's going to give me something I can be grateful for. That's the most powerful thing that you want to do when it comes to life changes. See, when your life changes and you're investing at the same time, and you have a 20-year plan on investing, along with the personal development of your heart, spirit, and mind, everything that you do changes. The relationship that you have will change. The circle that you have right now, my circle have changed dramatically. Dramatically. It used to be people I used to see all the time, but when life changes, I didn't see them no more. And it wasn't like I had anything against these folks. I had nothing against these people. It just life changing, then we really ain't had a lot to talk about. We wasn't going in the same direction. And because we wasn't going in the same direction, it didn't make sense to spend a lot of time with somebody that don't have the same passion and drive that you have. When I conversate with my brothers and sisters on the phone right now, we're all talking about how we're taking steps toward the fulfillment of our purpose and goal. We are talking about acquiring land. We are talking about investment. We are talking about what type of business that can we create in totality that will be beneficial to anyone who walks in. Those are my friends in the circle that I run in right now. So it's not that I dislike some of the people that I don't see anymore. It's not that at all. And if you listen to this and you want those purpose, I still got love for you. You still my foe. You still my fam. We just going in two different directions. And for me to just sit down and spend time with somebody that ain't going nowhere, I don't have time to waste with someone who ain't going nowhere. So when my life changed, it allowed me to change in a direction where everything I did was, I got the benefit from it. And when I get the benefit from it, my daughters got the benefit from it. My daughters get the benefit from it. My grandkids get the benefit from it. Life changes when you understand that you can share something with your children, share something with family, share something with friends, and it benefits them. Life changes when you understand that you can offer a value to someone that can help them be better in life. Life changes. And because life is changing in the investment area, life is changing in the business area. We are in a technological age. And in this technological age, it's one thing for sure. Whether you like it or not, you deal with it every day. AI. 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 Everybody's so scared of AI. Now I'm not doing that. AI going to take a lot of jobs. Yes, AI has already taken a lot of jobs because they understood the structure and the capability of AI. And the same thing could be happening for you. There are AI agents, there are AI platforms, there are AIs that you can utilize to help you be more efficient when it comes to business. There's an AI like Gamma that you can take your information to Gamma, and whether you want to have a presentation, a web page, it'll break down and give it to you step by step exactly how you want that to look. Gamma. You have Gemini right here on your phone. You got Gemini assistants, you got the Siri assistants, you got all of these assistants that's AI that's now coming complete with the phone. Or you're purchasing a computer now, and your computer comes with that. It comes with AI. We have AI on our phone right now that we utilize every day. Every time that we use GPS, that's actually AI. It's actually AI. Every time we interact with any of these platforms, 9 times out of 10, we're dealing with some type of AI. When you call and you're now being put on all of these call waitings and someone is moving you from one area to another, those are all AI agents. When you have now what they call these chat bots, so now you're going through some of these places, whether you got doctors, dentist appointment, whether it's schools, a lot of these AI is picking up all over the world. The quantum AI is coming soon, and I heard this, and some of the things that I'm looking at in some of this quantum computing, man, this thing is going to revolutionize the world, whether it's going to be good for the bad. And the reason why I like AI is because it allows you to do something where you once had to pay a lot of money for, and you can pay a small fraction of a fee, and you can utilize AI in a lot of different ways. Production wise, you can utilize it for fact checking, you can utilize it to help you to create products. You can look at it for any aspect. You got people using AI just for product description on Amazon. You go on a Fiverr and you got people using AI just to create logos. There's so much you're going to be able to do with AI. Don't be afraid of it. We use it every single day. Every single day when we go to these smart checkouts, what do you think these smart checkouts made out of? AI? We already in it. They say I'm not doing crypto, none of that stuff. Well, we already in a paperless society for most part. Everybody got a card. It's very few people that carry cash all the time now. So what are you going to be able to utilize AI with? How will you utilize AI? And because there's a site called Futurepedia.io, if I'm not mistaken, Futurepedia.io. And on this particular site, it has a listing of all sorts of AI that just came out that day or that past week. Some of them are paid, some of them are free tools, and a lot of tools right now you can use for free, like DeepSeek, which is a great chat bot, and it's also open source. You can also use ChatGPT. It's also open source. You can use Claude AI. Claude is, I don't know if Claude open source or not yet. You can create agents with Claude, or the AI agent with Claude, and you can utilize it that way. There are so many different avenues that you can use. There are prompt generators for text to prompt. There is text to video, and there are AI like NVIDIA that you can take a script that you can utilize from ChatGPT, Claude, or DeepSeek, take it inside and say, hey, create me a short script or a children's story for a YouTube faceless channel. And they'll create you out a whole script. And then you say, hey, I'm gonna do a 30-second or a 2-minute in NVIDIA, take it into there, place that same script inside of there, and then you start creating you some videos. This is what AI is able to help us to do today. AI is some of the most powerful. Now, I will say this. There's different levels to using AI, and you don't want to be lazy. And I'm gonna say it again, you don't want to be lazy using AI. You want to be able to framework AI. When I say framework, you're instructing AI on how you're looking for this particular process to take place. What you're looking to really create is going to come from how you framework the AI. So if I'm utilizing AI to assist me in creating, let's just say, a juice book, so I can go in and say, hey, I'm looking to create 10 juices for a PDF I'm looking to give away for free. And I want 3 juices to be about energy, 3 juices to be about detox, and 3 juices just to be green and sweet and fruit and good to drink. And I create three just like that. I take that same three, go over to Campbell, which is another AI, another platform, and you can use it. And they have their own AI script writer inside of Canva. I haven't used it. I still use the free version when it comes to Canva. I use the Canva for my thumbnails. So it's just whatever you're able to utilize AI for. Like, what are you doing? What are you investing in your life that it changes your life? And how can AI help you accomplish that? And just again, we at a pivotal point in time right now where you can actually take the time to learn something. And like Web3 is something that I'm looking into to learn myself, just because I understand that to be the future. And if that's the future, why not I be ahead of what's the future? If I understood that companies, countries, and even banks, United States, even certain states in the United States are using Bitcoin as their reserve. If I'm understanding this as an investor, and I understand that there are states, countries that are utilizing Bitcoin as a federal reserve, I should be doing the same thing. I'm gonna say it one more time. If banks, if states, if countries are using Bitcoin as a federal reserve, you should be doing the same thing. And I'll give you a hint. For y'all, all these entrepreneurs out here, that you have yourself a company that you just did, the profit that you get from your company, take half of the profit in your company and invest it in Bitcoin, and then allow your that Bitcoin reserve to be the backing of your company. I'm gonna say it again. If all of these countries and states are using Bitcoin as a reserve, let's talk. We just talking right now. Let's talk about it. If all of these countries, these states are doing that, then you should do the same thing. And for you small business owners, for you new entrepreneurs, it doesn't matter whatever your company, whatever your business is, whatever your profit is per month, take half of your profit, invest in Bitcoin, and leave it there. Again, if countries and states are doing this, they have to see something that's beneficial for what is happening. They have to see something beneficial. So as a company, when you take half of your profit and you add in the Bitcoin, as it assets gain wealth and accumulation, and it rise and fall, because it will fall some. It doesn't matter if it falls. What matters is what you're going to have in assets. And that's what you're going to be looking at. And when it comes to AI, you have to utilize, like, what would be the best way for me to use AI? Whether it's through movie scripts, whether it's through editing, whether it's through copyright, whether it's just using it for fact checking and you're using a chat bot, whether you're using agents, whether you building an agency, whether you're doing it for marketing, like whatever you're using AI for, don't be afraid. Take the time. Give yourself 30, 60 days, 90 days to learn the particular AI, to learn a set of skills that allow your life to change, that you may make the investments that you say that you don't have the capital for right now. So again, we're talking about utilizing AI for life changes that you may have a level of investment. And you want to have a level of investment that your life changes, that you're able to utilize AI. See, everything works in a complete harmony together. It's up to you to understand how that works for you and what is the best way for that to happen. And the only person that's gonna know that is you. So yeah, what's your goal? What it looks like for you? Type it in the comments below when we talk about life changes. What is the one thing that you're looking to do right now that in the next 30, 60, 90 days that your life will change? Comment below. What would you do? And what are you working on right now in the next 30, 90, the next 30, I say 30, 90, 30, 60, 90 days? What happens when that happens? What will you accumulate? What will you learn? How will your life change? They say that's only 3 months. You don't know your life can change in 30 days if you really give it and you open up to change. You can heal in ways and forgive. Forgiveness is where life changes. See, when you forgive someone, you and detach from that energy, that's a level of healing right there. You got to forgive and detach. You got to let go. Again, I said it on a post the other day. Be careful that you're not framing your life based upon your situations and circumstances. I'm going to say it again. Be careful you're not framing your life based upon situations and circumstances. Because the situation can change when your life changes, and the circumstances, you can be the cause of that. So if we dealing with hermetic laws, we understand cause and effect. So which means if I don't like the effect in my life, I could be the cause and I can get a different effect. I can use spiritual laws to enhance my life where life changes. Hmm? See, we have to understand that life is greater than that little small piece that they told us. Whether and no matter what your color is, no matter what your nationality is, it's still a part of what happens when they only give you limitations. Because right here, if you label yourself a black man, you're looked at as a savage. You don't look like you come to do investment. You look like you come to do harm. Nah, that's not us at all. We are understanding we are kings, understanding we are queens, and we came here to live like that. We came here in gold way back when we had all the gold. Mansa Musa came through and offset the whole economy because he gave out so much gold in his pilgrimage to Mecca. We always had history that always allowed us to see that there was wealth way before that we are running for this poverty that we're coming out of right now. And I say poverty because it's a mindset. Poverty is a mindset. Poverty is not a situation. You change your mindset, you change your poverty. It may take you a year or two to change your life, that you come out of that poverty, but I promise you, if you change your mindset, you'll change poverty. It's a mindset. It's a system, to be honest with you. About listen, life changes when you understand that most of your life is based upon a systematic program that you did not choose for yourself. So it's like getting a computer and they ask you what operating system that you want to utilize. Or so like using Google and Brave. I use the Brave um, search engine online on my computer. So using Brave, my online computer, I accumulate Brave or BAT, BAT. That's a crypto. Okay. So now I can search and do all the research I can online and I actually earn for doing it. Or I can just be like anybody else and just search online and use regular Google. And yeah, Google is a great search engine, but I don't earn any assets doing that. So the thing about it is how you're utilizing what it is that you're doing. How are you focusing in on what it is that you came here to do and why you came here to do it? How powerful that is. Because I'm telling you, we just talking right now. Because look, life changing and investments and AI. If you can understand those three things, you will understand life at a higher place. Now, understand this. I didn't put spirituality in there because that's how I live. Okay. So if you need to investing, that's what you want to invest at, your spiritual life. That's what your investing should be. Invest in things that's going to take you out of that emotional state, that mental state. Learn some type of invest in time and learn some type of meditation. Invest in time and learn some type of mindfulness. If you learn meditation and you utilize mindfulness, your life going to change. If you overweight and you work out and eat better and you invest in fruits, herbs, detox the body, and you do that, your life going to change. So it's up to you how you looking to change your life. And I'm telling you, the more that you invest into you, You. The more you invest into you, the more that life changes, and the more that you're going to understand how to utilize AI in this technological revolution that we're in. Because that's what we're in. We are in a technological revolution, and don't be left on the side. Don't come back 5, 10 years from now and say, man, I should have jumped on that AI years ago. I should have learned it. Even if it took you a year to learn Web3 and AI, wouldn't it be worth it? Wouldn't it be worth it to invest the time to learn something? Even if it took you 3, 6 months, wouldn't it be worth it? What will you do for you? That's the question. Moving forward, let's talk. And we can do this again. And I thank everyone who tuned in. I appreciate you. Peace, love, and light. We out of here.